Yeah, street. Yeah, you already know what it is, man. Yeah, okay. They said big kill streak, I wanna be like you. Wanna walk, wanna talk, get my knee like you. Goddamn.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Sean Ford, aka Big Kill Streak. You can check out my music on my other channel at Big Kill Streak on YouTube, but that's only if you want to. Yes, it's been a long time. Yes, it's been a long time. I've been busy working, dealing with life, etc., getting settled in. As you know, if you've been watching for a while, I did move from Philadelphia to a new state, and it's just been a little bit hard for me to find the time, with as much as I've been working, to shoot videos. But I'm trying to get back on the horse, and what a better way to get back on the horse than with a video from Honest Outlaw. If you've been on this channel before, we've looked at videos from him before, and he just never misses, to be honest with you. So we're going to be looking at 7 budget guns you should get right now. This is a video he just dropped, it looks like 2 days ago, and I was interested in seeing what guns he has on this list. As you all know, I'm a gun enthusiast, not an expert, so do not tear me apart in the comments if I don't know exactly which gun Franz Ferdinand II scratched his ass with in World War II behind the dumpster at a Mickey D's or something or whatever. But let's just get right into it and see what kind of guns he's got on this list, and I guess see if I agree or disagree, which I probably won't. He shoots pretty good stuff. Let's get started. Honest Outlaw, Honest Outlaw.
What's up, guys? This is Chris here, and today we're going to be talking about the 7 budget guns you should get right now.
Well, I like this.
Now, there were so many good guns that were released in 2024, a lot of them really affordable. So today we're going to be talking about some of the most affordable ones and the guns I think would be most useful for you. This list is going to have a diverse set of firearms, so there's something for everybody. And all these guns are not only going to be affordable, they're going to be reliable, accurate, and you're going to be able to depend on them for whatever you need them for. Before we get into that video, I do want to thank the channel sponsor, which is Brownells. Brownells is a company I believe in. We have been working with them because not only are they based in Iowa, we really love them, but they have pretty much everything I use on a day-to-day basis, not only to do my job, but to have fun.
The good old range lube.
From bags to accessories to optics to lights and much more. Pretty much anything you see on the channel, you can get at Brownells. Now let's get started with number 7, and that is going to be the Palmetto State Armory ARV.
That's pretty.
I'm actually really impressed with it. Palmetto State Armory ARV was such an awesome gun in 2024, and it's really affordable.
He is tapping shit with that motherfucking ARV. God damn, that's a nice joint right there. Let's see what he thinks is affordable, though, because let's be honest, with the way the economy is, affordable is a very subjective word to use nowadays.
I like that. That's solid.
What'd you think?
Not a bad little PPW.
Is it worth $800?
Yeah.
It has AR-15 controls with a PDW stock already equipped from it from Palmetto State Armory, but the front end of it looks very MP5-like. Not only that, but it has a good trigger, it's a good set of ergos, and it shoots really, really well. Now, we're going to have a full review coming out of that gun here relatively soon, but spoiler alert, it was very reliable. Tons of rounds through it with tons of different types of ammo. One of the better 9mm PCCs. Overall, I think the PSA ARV was one of the best guns we shot this year. So how could it not make the budget gun list? Number 6,
Okay, so when it comes to that, I had been looking for a PCC for a long time. Not doing an ad here, but I ended up getting a PCC from, I can't remember the name of the company at the moment. I'm going to see if I can work it into a video soon, so like you can take a good look at it. It's called the Blade 8. but I paid somewhere in the $600 range for that. He said it was about $800 for the PCC he just showed, which isn't too bad because, you know, maybe with a credit card or through one of the pay or, you know, buy now, pay later type of systems that they have available now for purchasing guns and all kinds of other stuff, not to mention. Um, that's not bad. It's not too bad. It looks good. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the AR style behind it. If I like, you know, when I bought a PCC, I wanted it to have its own sort of system, but I can understand the usefulness of having a familiar system like the AR system incorporated into a PCC. So let's go ahead and move on to the next weapon.
We have the Ruger RXM. Now, the Ruger RXM was a gun we shot a few months ago that absolutely surprised me. It was a Gen 3 Glock clone with a little bit of extra features, so I was kind of indifferent about it. Until I shot it and I realized that it is a Gen 3 Glock improved, which is very rare when you see it on the market today. You usually see the Gen 3 Glock clones, they're different, but not improved. This one was actually improved. We did a mud test with it. Hey, it worked.
Wow.
It ran itself out. We shot it at distance. It was accurate, it was reliable, and it shot really quick.
Bubba.
On top of that, it also is extremely affordable at the $400 price point and comes with a better set of features than a Gen 5 Glock, in my personal opinion. It has a solid grip, it has a really good trigger, they come ready to mount optics, they come with decent sights, and overall it has that classic Glock ergonomics and reliability that you expect, but only for $400 instead of $600. In at number 5,
Okay, so the RXM, that looks like a good weapon. I really want a Glock. I actually don't have a Glock in my collection because I didn't want to be that guy who, you know, started buying guns and the first gun he bought was a Glock. Not to mention when there are so many Glock clones available that in some cases are, I don't want to say more reliable, but are just as reliable or just as good as buying a Glock, but for a lower price point, such as that Ruger RXM. Do I like? I mean, my only takeaway from that I don't like is just I'm not a big fan of the shape of it. I don't know. I just, you know, when you look at it, like you can see here, it's fine, but I'm not the hugest fan of the just the silhouette of the gun, which that might sound stupid. A gun's a gun, but you know, I do have a thing with aesthetics as well. So let's just move on.
we have the Canik MC9 LS.
Before he even starts, Canik, I want one so bad. I just keep not for. I keep. No pun intended. I keep not pulling the trigger on the purchase. I want one so bad. I love Canik. Before he even gets started, I love Canik. I want a Canik so bad. Those are the most beautiful guns, and then to boot, they're reliable. They have one of the best triggers on the market. I'm super interested in purchasing a Canik, and not to mention, if you watch me, you may be familiar with Black Rambo. He's a big advertiser for Canik, and he has some of the best Caniks you can buy. Obviously, the more expensive ones because there are more expensive options. But I love Canik.
One of my favorite guns that I shot this year, absolutely incredible. It is a micro compact. Is that what we're calling that category these days? It's a slim little gun, but it has a 4-inch barrel with a 15-round magazine capacity. Sort of like a Glock 19 on Ozempic, except it doesn't get that weird face. On top of that, it has Canik's legendary trigger, that Precock Striker trigger, so it is very, very fast to shoot, and it's very accurate as well. Yeah, it's zeroed. Because it's just easier to operate that trigger than it is a heavier trigger like on a Glock or maybe a double action gun. It comes with an absolute shit ton of features out of the box, just like all Caniks do. And overall, I think it's an absolutely excellent gun for
Love Canik.
If you were trying to buy one gun to do a lot of stuff, the 4-inch 9mm striker fired guns are pretty much the go-to place for that. And the Canik MC9 LS does everything that those guns do. They do it for a little bit cheaper. They look pretty good, and they have tons of features. In at number 4.
Did he say the price? Was I talking when he said the price? I must have been talking. If you guys caught the price, can you put it in the comments for me? Because I didn't hear it, and I don't feel like making you guys watch it all over again to see what the price was. So let's move on.
We have the Springfield Echelon.
Twister.
Springfield Echelon, baby.
Now, the Springfield Echelon brought some heat this year with their new comp series, but their original Echelon can be found for almost $500 if you look at the right spots. The Springfield Echelon is an absolutely excellent polymer frame striker-fired pistol, and it comes with a 4.5-inch barrel and a 17-round magazine capacity with a very unique...
I don't know if you guys are seeing this. I'm loving the action on the slide. Just look how it's like reciprocating. You know, when he fires, it just looks amazing. Maybe it's because of the sight he has on it or something, and it's a trick of the eye for me or something. But I really like just the way it's shooting. It doesn't seem what would you call it, like jumpy? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like it's, you know, bam, 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 you know, because a lot of more compact guns, shorter barrel guns do have a problem with like they jump real bad. Like my Taurus G2, amazing shooting weapon, but it's a short barrel, so it does, you know, when I'm shooting it, it jumps a little. You gotta control the recoil a little bit more, but it's not, you know, when you shot it enough times and you put enough rounds through it, it's not a lot to handle. It's a very good EDC. That's my current EDC. I may be grabbing another one soon. Maybe something from this list. We'll see. Probably Canik.
And very reliable optic system, allowing you to mount almost any optic out of the box, which is saying a lot because even optics-ready guns, like one of my favorites, the PDP, you have to get the plate afterwards. You buy a Beretta, it's optics-ready, but you have to get the plate. So you can't actually put the optic on it. Whereas with the Glock or the M&P, they're more optics-ready. But with the Echelon, you can put like 20 optics on it right out of the box, which is extremely impressive. We also did a 2,000-round review of the Springfield Echelon, and it was very, very reliable, not only in adverse conditions.
I saw this video actually.
But just regular shooting. It's a fast, it's an accurate gun, it's affordable, and it's pretty good at everything as well, being a
I see why it's not so jumpy. I think this is a full-size gun. I don't think this is a compact.
Polymer frame striker-fired 9, full size instead of a compact like the LS, but it is more shootable than the compact guns as well, with more capacity. So you have to decide what you want. Do you want a smaller gun? Do you want a bigger gun? And if you get the Springfield Echelon, now they've released a new compact, you can go with that as well. In at number 3, we have another Ruger, the Ruger 556. Now, the Ruger 556 was certainly one of my favorite budget rifles that we shot this year. It might dethrone the Smith & Wesson Sport as my personal favorite just because of how well it did. It can be found for around $600 to $700, and we picked one up and we put some Wooks furniture on it.
Look, for some people, $600 to $700 may be affordable, and I'm loving the wood furniture on this. That looks awesome. I think he said he put that on there just now. I may be, you know, missing it because I paused the video, but I don't know. The rifle I have I bought for about $480. It's from what is the fucking company name? I suck at this. I keep forgetting the names. I think it's American something or other, whatever. But it's a little much, $600-700, a little bit much to spend on a rifle. But again, I mentioned earlier the programs you can go through to not spend the full amount right away. You could put down maybe $200 or $300 instead, and then pay the rest off over time. But yeah,
that I really like. I'm kind of an old school guy, and I like that walnut look. I like that wood look on guns. So this furniture allows you to put that walnut look on an AR-15. The Ruger itself was super reliable, and it was so accurate we were able to hit relatively easily at 400 yards.
Hit.
wow.
Hit. Hit. Hit.
Very shootable up close, and an AR-15 is probably the best home defense gun a person can buy in the United States or anywhere else for that matter. And the fact that you can get a 60-inch variant, which is the shortest legal length that most people can get unless you want to pin and weld it, makes it short enough to use inside but long enough to use outside. And on top of that, we have the ability to get that gun for $700 or less, making it accessible to most of America. So the Ruger 556, the Smith. Wesson Sport. The reason why I love this gun so much is because it takes the best home defense weapon that you can buy and it makes it available to all the people that need it. At number 2, we have the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0.
There you
Ooh, we
go.
got one.
Is this 9
Which is,
millimeter?
I think, the 10th time I've put that on a list this year, but I love that gun. If I'm wearing mesh shorts or sweatpants or something like that, I actually rock the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 because it's so lightweight and I can still shoot it well.
Is it a 380?
It's still kind of an enigma to me on why I can shoot it as well as I can because it's such a small gun. I mean, you're talking about a gun that's around 10 ounces, I think, maybe 12 ounces. It has a 3-inch barrel chambered in 380 ACP.
Wow.
It comes
Okay, it
with
is
HD
380.
sights and the M&P 2.0 trigger. I can't stress that enough. It is a 380 ACP that actually has a good trigger that you can actually hit things with instead of belly gun that shit and spray and pray. You can actually hit what you're aiming at. It's a gun that can fit in your pocket and has a 10-round capacity of a capable caliber. Now, 380 ACP, as I always stress, is on the low end of capable, but still certainly capable. It can pass that 12 inches of ballistics gel, and the ammo technology in 380 has gotten better, just like the 9mm has. So the 380 of 20 years ago isn't the 380 that you're going to be shooting today. Overall, I think it is one of the better, if not the best, concealed carry guns to come out in the last few years, let alone this year. So it's hard for it not to make this spot. And if you don't own one yet, please go out and try one out. And at number 1, we have the X-Star EP9. The X-Star EP9 has been my favorite little budget gun for as long as I can remember. I have been shooting it now for about 4 years, ever since I got the original from X-Star, and I didn't even know who they were. I don't think most people knew who they were. 3.5 pounds, takes Glock mags, has some pretty damn decent accessories.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely excellent. And I just can't imagine how you can beat specs like that, but have managed in the Gen 2 to improve those ergonomics. They added a brace system, they added an M-LOK rail, and they kept the same accuracy and reliability that they previously had. The guns are a little more expensive now because 4 years things have changed a lot in price point on literally everything. Check your grocery bill if you don't believe me. They come out now at $500, but they still have that same reliability and that same lightweight and that same accessibility to parts and accessories that they had before. A Glock-fed carbine that can run races, that has an M-LOK rail, that is 3.5 pounds in only $500 is...
That's amazing. $500. Pistol brace, M-LOK rail, and a Picatinny on top, shooting 9mm, and it takes Glock mags. Now, don't get me wrong. My blade that I bought, my PCC, same thing. I can put a pistol brace on it. I've got Picatinnies all over it. I do not have an M-LOK on there. At least, I don't think I do. I would have to check. But for $500, that is actually $100 less than I paid for mine. I wish I would have known this existed. I might have purchased this instead. But yeah, that's really nice. I like that.
Really, really impressive. And a little 5-inch PCC is such an easy gun for almost everybody to shoot. And the reason why that is because you feel like you're playing Call of Duty a bit. You feel like you have a capable gun, but there's almost no blast. There's almost no recoil. The magazines are easy to load, and overall, the guns are so much fun. The fun to cost ratio is so high with the X-Star EP9. And on top of that, the guns have been extremely reliable. Now that we've had a Gen 1, we've had the Gen 2 carbine, and now we've had the Gen 2. All of them have been excellent. And for the price point of $500, I just would never expect that, because usually when you get guns that cheap, you get what you pay for. Where in this case, the X-Star exceeds my expectations yet again, and that is why it's number 1.
Wow. Okay, so I've been talking about the blade for a while, for a few times on this video. Great job, Honest Outlaw, as always. Let me just give him a shout out, give him his credit. Same thing. Running my PCC, no jams, no problems at all. 2 different ways to release my mag. It also takes Glock mags, and very accurate. I had absolutely no misses with that gun when I took it to the range, and I wish I would have recorded it, but like I said, I haven't been on top of my YouTube stuff as of the past few months, and I plan to try to change that. So amazing video. You guys tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Maybe give me some suggestions on videos you want to see me take a look at and react to, or just that we can watch together. And yeah. I want to thank you all for watching, and just try to have what did I used to say? Have a wonderful day. I think it's wonderful. And night. Thank you.
These bitches, they be crazy saying everything. I don't want your love, I want a diamond chain. I don't want your heart unless it's chrome heart. Bitch, I be in my bag in this go yard. They like Nero, you the man, boy, you go hard. Sending shots right at these niggas like a postcard. Pussy what I'm swimming in it like the Coast Guard. She gon' strip like she on a pole, we letting pose on. We ain't cuffing on these hoes, we breaking hoes off. Red dot on his nose, now he ruled off. Chopper hit him, it's gon' send him to the gulag.
Chopper hit him, it's gon' send him to the loading screen. Rolling green, pussy boy, you just a hoe to me. But this nigga keep on talking, he not